We know what a devil is, and we know what a demon is, though you might confuse them at first. But what in the nine hells is a Yugoloth? Yugoloths, whose name was changed from daemons after the Satanic Panic and never changed back, are the fiends native to the neutral evil planes. War profiteers, happy to take whichever side of the conflict pays best. They have been endlessly retconned and reworked, and still people refuse to use them in their games. Hopefully, that will all change today. Welcome to Critically Misused, a show where we look at misunderstood aspects of D&D. On this episode, we'll be covering the terrors of Gehenna, the Yugoloths, as suggested by Yellow and Pink. To understand the Yugoloths, we must first look at the conflict surrounding them, the Blood War. The lower planes are engulfed in constant warfare between the reality-destroying chaotic demons and the well-organized front of the devils. The demons want to make it to the material plane and to the upper planes through the nine hells, and it's the devils that stand in their way. Into all this mess, we throw a third contender, the Yugoloths. Their backstory and motivations are in constant flux, so let me do my best to explain. The current explanation is that Yugoloths were created for Asmodeus by a coven of night hags, but this contradicts a lot of their older lore, which I will link in the description below. Then again, their older lore was supplied to us by the Yugoloths, who are notoriously egotistical and untrustworthy. Whatever their origin is, they are a part of the Blood War now, and are massively profiting off of it. Yugoloths are war profiteers through and through, selling their valuable services to devils, demons, or even ambitious mortals and celestials. Though they keep their end of the bargain in hopes of not ruining their reputation, they will switch sides if a higher bidder comes along. Secretly, they even work together to keep the Blood War going, as its existence is the main source of their profit. The Yugoloths are horrible, untrustworthy creatures. Why would anyone want to work with them? Simple. They are incredibly skilled at what they do. The designs of the devils fall into a military hierarchy, while the designs of the demons reflect their demon princes that created them. The Yugoloths are instead designed to be absolutely amazing at a single task. Let me put this into perspective. The weakest devils and demons don't pass CR1, while the weakest Yugoloth is a mighty CR5, and has the ability to cast the 5th level spell Cloud Kill. A handful of Mesloths could destroy an entire army with their chemical warfare, and they're the weakest of the bunch. Yagnoloths, Yugoloths, and Ultraloths have even stronger capabilities on the battlefield. Not all Yugoloths are fighters either. Arcanoloths are library-scouring sleuths that will dig up any information you require, in exchange for some information of your own. mercenaries provide the only way to move between the lower planes without spells, boat rides across the river Styx. Speaking of which, the Styx contains the memories of all evil souls that perish in the journey across, and it will wipe clean your memory as well if you fall in. Not the Hydroloths, though. They can dredge up lost information from the depths, or steal it straight from the mind of the individual. mercenaries and Hydroloths will happily take up naval work as well, making their ships unsinkable and poking holes in enemy vessels from below. The worst of the bunch are the Yagnoloths, disease-ridden fiends that unleash plagues and famines capable of wiping out entire nations. Though their CR isn't the highest, they are still the most dangerous of the bunch. The de facto king of Gehenna and the Yugoloths is one, in fact, a terrifying soul known as Anthraxis the Decayed. If your players like the sound of hiring a professional, they will likely have to go through a Yagnoloth to get to one. These suggestively designed fiends are mostly paper pushers, but can easily turn into dangerous encounters if not prepared for. They'll put you in touch with whatever fiend you need, so long as you sign some pretty tough contracts for them. Yagnoloths are unique in that their bargaining skills work against the client and for the fiends, not the other way around. I can't cover every aspect of every Yugoloth here, so I strongly encourage you to look back over their statistics and lore for things you missed. I, for example, didn't realize that most of them can cast invisibility at will, meaning they always have a way to escape the situation if it turns against them. Despite all the constant reworking and attempts to be made relevant, the Yugoloths are still incredibly interesting and worth it to incorporate into your campaign. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you've made it this far, consider dropping a like and subscribing, and perhaps suggest a monster you'd like to see me cover in the comments below. Though I had the idea to cover them beforehand, it was Yellow and Pink who suggested I make a Yugoloth video, my next one. I hope I've changed your mind on the uses of these fiends, for I truly think they are underrated. They put the power in the hands of the players, for a price, which can start or resolve many story threads. Safe travels, until we meet again.